And welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge and we are live for England against Slovenia, the final group game. England with a real opportunity to finish third. Answers on a postcard. I thought we would play the Netherlands even if we win, but apparently if we win by 3 goals, we don't play the Netherlands. I've got no bloody idea how it works if we win this group and we win 3-0. I don't understand it at all. If you do, let us know in the chat tonight. Please, please, please let us know, because it's just stupid at this point how we've got this scenario with third place where you just don't know who you're going to play, because it's, you know, you need a bloody A-level in figuring it out. So England could be playing Netherlands, who finished third in Group D. But if we win 3-0, we might play someone else. Could be Costa Rica, as somebody said earlier. But we'll figure it out, I'm sure, as the stream goes on. One change to the England team. Conor Gallagher, as I predicted in my moan on Sunday morning. He's so predictable, Southgate. But I think even with his negativity, we should be beating Slovenia. They've got players who failed at QPR and Swindon. So, you know, starting for them. If we can't win this game, I know people will be singing Three Lions and Vindaloo and all that jazz, but we absolutely should be winning this game. There's no doubt about that at all. We're sponsored by Manscaped, by the way. Trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code FOOTY. Get that delivered to your door. We'll talk more about that in a moment, but we're good to go. I fully expect an England win. Aaron, who says Southgate ball is here to go. Yeah, I fully expect to win. I think ultimately, if you can't win this game, then you have got major, major problems. And we've got, you know, I look at that England side and I think it should be winning the tournament, you know. I really, really do. So I think that, you know, go out there, get a result, see who we get in the last 16 and try and work your way into this tournament. Because to be fair, France haven't scored no goal from open play and they're one of the favourites as well. So as much as we're not doing that great, neither are France at this stage. So, you know, maybe it's... Maybe we can grow into the tournament. I hope so. But I expect us to hit the quarterfinals minimum. And I'll be furious if we go out in the quarterfinals. Yeah, I mean, look, Rangnick finishing top with the group. Very excited about that. I mean, the stream was fantastic. Really, really enjoyed that. Topping the group with France and the Netherlands in it. They are the dark horse of the tournament. They've been absolutely fantastic. Loved that stream. Rolf. I've just swallowed a nut. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, we're closing in on 184,000. It's really hot in the UK today. It's probably not hot for some of you because you know, live in countries and places where you're used to heat. But we don't have aircon here, so it will be a hot evening. But it'll hopefully be hot because of Manchester United, not Manchester United, because England are going to win a game of football against Slovenia. England doesn't deserve Trent, says Kai. Absolutely. I'll come back to Manscaped in a moment. You can get that deal. I'll talk about that for you in a moment. But let's talk about this, the England lineup. And I've got to say that we will win tonight, and therefore people will climb back up Southgate's arse. I could pick a team to beat Slovenia, and so could you, and it wouldn't look like that. Trent Alexander-Arnold has been absolutely thrown under the bus by Gareth Southgate, and anybody with any semblance of football knowledge knows it. He came into this tournament and tried some batshit crazy bollocks to implement Trent Alexander-Arnold into a midfield, which is not where he plays, and it's failed. But what Southgate's done is he's thrown Trent under the bus, knowing we'd beat Slovenia today anyway, even with Trent. He's thrown Trent under the bus to distract everybody from the fact that he messed up. And when we win the game today, it will be because Trent didn't play. But Southgate put a right back at holding midfield. And ultimately, he's brought in a water carrier in Conor Gallagher to be more defensive, whereas Trent was brought into the midfield to be more offensive. So we've actually gone more defensive with the change that he's made. It'll work because Conor Gallagher is actually a player I like, but it is more defensive. It's more energy. It's somebody who can play in the midfield. But it's not expansive. He could have put Bellingham there. We're playing Slovenia, for God's sake. Declan Rice can hold a midfield against Slovenia. Bellingham should have been next to Rice to go forward, and Foden should have been 10, and Gordon should have been on the left. We'll still win the game. Southgate can't lose. You know, he can pick whatever negative bullshit team he wants, and he will still win. But he's missed a massive opportunity here by not putting Bellingham next to Rice and Foden at 10 and Gordon on the left. We could have built a team with a real momentum to take into the knockout stage. Instead, what you see is a team that's going to beat Slovenia that is going to pick again in the knockout stage. Is that team going to win us the tournament? It might, but it won't be bloody pretty because it's not balanced. So, it won't, if I think that he's missed a massive opportunity. We will win today. I've got no doubt about that. But he's missed an opportunity. That should not be the team. Like, Gordon or Eze should be on the left. Foden should be at 10 and Bellingham should be next to Rice. But he just won't do it because Southgate thinks he knows better than, everybody else. But I don't like the way he's thrown Trent under the bus. And watch out, Foden might be under the bus as well. Because if Foden doesn't play well on the left, he'll come off, someone else will come on, and it'll be like Foden was shit as well. So, would you start Palmer? I have a Chelsea bias, of course, but he has the most points in the Premier League. Best regards from Norway, says Didier. Palmer's not played a minute yet. Mainoo's not played a minute yet. Well, I think Mainoo did come on, didn't he, in the first game. Wharton's not played. Tony's not played. I think there's some players that are just not going to get much game time. He wants Gallagher to be his new Calvin Phillips. It was clear. Oh, exactly, HPN. Absolutely spot on. Austria-England poll, because I see Austria winning, says Ryan. But we're not going to play England. Austria aren't even on the same side of the group for us now. So we won't even play Austria. When you look at the groups and you look at the way that the schedule works out in the knockout stage, Austria... Oh, no, we could play Austria in the semi-final. But they... actually, it makes it... France are on the other side of the draw. It's interesting, actually. Portugal, Spain, Germany and France are all on the other side of the draw. So if England top this group, the pathway to the final is easier. On this side of the group, you're going to end up with Italy, Switzerland, Austria, maybe Turkey, Belgium. We should make the final. I mean, famous last words, but the harder side of the draw is the other side of the draw if England top the group. Austria being top of the group shows how football has evolved. I don't know why Southgate is playing with two centre midfielders, says Min. Exactly. Thank you very much for that. Austria, thank you very much. Mark, do you think this is the only formation Southgate knows how to play? Probably. He's very limited, isn't he? Jan says, bro is already talking about the final like you can get there. Well, look, I'm just playing devil's advocate. If we win this game, we could get a really plum draw on Sunday. You then get Switzerland or Italy if you win that. And if you win that, you probably get in the semi-final Austria or Belgium. So you could have a route of Italy, I don't know, someone shit, quarter-final against Italy, semi-final against Austria. We would be the favourites based on our team, and then you're in the final, aren't you? So it could open up for England. It really could. It's a great opportunity. It really is. You can't argue with that. It is a massive opportunity, and we've got to grab it. We have to start grabbing it. And the football might not be great, but even if it isn't, we've still got to be getting through the group and getting through some of these games. We're sponsored by Manscaped. Fantastic products with Manscaped. I'm holding the lawnmower here and it goes down here. It's to trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. It's for trimming up male grooming. 20% off, free worldwide shipping. You got a light on it for a more precise shave. It's got a fantastic engine. It's waterproof. It is really good in the hand. Fantastic products with Manscaped. Precision engineering for your family jewels. The leader in male grooming. Delivered to your door. Free with 20% off the actual product. So free shipping, delivery, and 20% off with the code FOOTY. They also do the weed whacker for up your nose. You got the beard trimmer, which is got 11 different lengths on it. It's absolutely fantastic. And you got the handyman, which you can just charge up, take it around with you, and that'll tidy up around your neck. You can have a clean shave if you want. Absolutely fantastic products with Manscaped. As I said, 20% off with the code FOOTY and free worldwide delivery. Wherever you are, get your products with Manscaped. Fantastic. Big shout to them. Thanks to Manscaped. AMK says, have a pint on me. Thanks, mate. You're an absolute legend. Really appreciate it. Love that. So we are currently about 20 minutes away from the start of this game. England against Slovenia. Really, really intriguing how this can work for England because, as I said, Germany, Portugal, Spain, France, all on the other side of the draw to England if England top the group. So, look, it's still a lot that needs to be done to get to that final, but it's all there in front of us if we want it. I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at TikTok. I'm looking at YouTube. Edwin with a super chat says, "Hi, Mark. Hope England wins it all, but it's not looking likely." I'm driving back from the Goldbridge Arms. We did Austria-Netherlands, 5-goal thriller. Austria finishing top of the group. France finishing second. The Netherlands finishing third. I thought if England top the group, we play third place in that group. Well, apparently, on the radio, they were saying that if England win 3-0, we don't play the Netherlands. So God knows who we play. If we beat Slovenia by 1 or 2, we play Netherlands. If we win by 3, we apparently play somebody else. I don't know how that works. Let us know if you know. On the Madry with you tonight, Mark, says Jaden. Thank you very much. Cheers. Naval says, question is, how is England going to respond? I'm more interested with that than England scoring first and sitting back for 88 minutes. If they score, do England fight or flight? I think they fight, no choice. Well, I think they do anyway, because if we win by 3, we avoid the Netherlands. So he'll probably go for it. And we're playing a crap team as well. So I think we might... I've predicted 3-0. I've said 3-0, Kane, Bellingham and Foden to score. So I think we will go and win. It's a long game. He won't park the bus because he knows he's got to score 3 goals. Who we get if we don't, I don't know. I don't know why winning 3-0 avoids us playing the Netherlands. I don't understand it. Yeah, it makes no sense to me. In the group stage for 4th place at the moment, the Netherlands are top. Slovakia 2nd, Hungary 3rd, and Slovenia are 4th. If we win 3-0, I think Croatia move up. Do we play Croatia then? I don't know. I don't know how it works. But apparently if we win by 3 goals, we don't play Netherlands. Yavani says, I dare you to shave your head on live if England doesn't win this match. Yeah, well, I'm not stupid, mate. I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. Come on, England, says Tottenham, number 1. Have you seen any news today in relation to anything else? I saw Ashley Young sign the new contract for Everton. Not seen anything else. Højlund and Eriksen are starting for Denmark. Just Pratt's out there. There has been contact between Man United and PSG in recent hours regarding Agate. There was no formal proposal. The two clubs discussed numerous possibilities and he was one of the names mentioned. Okay. That's interesting. I quite like him. But Rangnick's done fantastically well. You can't argue with that. Let me just... I've got to do something here. Sorry, I've done that now. If we come second, we play Germany, Mark. Yeah, we're not coming second. None of that. We won't be coming second. To come second, we'd have to not beat Slovenia. So, yeah, that's not happening. He won't go for it, Mark. He's playing Gallagher, says Goldio. Well, Chelsea fans will tell you, Goldio, that Gallagher can get forward and score goals. So can Declan Rice. So I think we will try and get forward, which... Again, seems a bit silly to me. If you want to score goals, you'd go with a balanced team, wouldn't you? But, yeah, obviously you don't want to do that. Hughes Lad says, Ben Jacobs said we'd bid for Agate. Thank you very much, mate. I don't know whether I'm doing United Stand later. We'll see if anything breaks. We're only 200 subscribers away from 184,000, by the way. So please do subscribe. Bottom right corner. Get involved. Thanks everyone who's tuning in on TikTok as well. We're expecting an England win. In fact, we're demanding it. We will win tonight. Absolutely. I am not doing a match reaction tonight saying send Southgate home. It's just not going to happen. Thanks for the follow, Josh. Why are you so optimistic today, Mark? Says official. Because I've played the game. I've played the game. You have a couple of shit results for England, and then you're like, it can't get any worse, and it doesn't. We'll have a good performance. I can see England getting a good couple of performances now, and then we'll drop a bad one, you know, in the quarterfinals or the semi. But things have opened up for us. They really have. If you've not seen the groups and how it's worked, France, Portugal, Spain, and Germany are all on the other side of the knockout. So we can't play any of them until the final. So, you know, that side of the draw is going to be really interesting. Our side of the draw, us, maybe Belgium, Switzerland, and Austria. You know, they're the 4 strongest teams if we win. Another Southgate special of a draw and celebrates, says Fitzy. I think Slovenia are not as good as people think they are. Slovenia have a population of 2 million as well, says Threefold Path. Lose tonight and we should forfeit the tournament. Rangnick proves United wrong, says New. Well, Rangnick proves the media and Man United wrong. The fans always believed in him, and I'm really pleased for him because they've played the best football in the tournament. For me, with Spain, I think they've been brilliant. Austria, and I thoroughly enjoyed the game. And considering they were a goal ahead from the Netherlands twice, Netherlands came back and they still kept going back in front. Just shows the character and belief of that team. And he also didn't start Lehmer and Baumgartner as well, which is incredible. They've an absolute brilliant tournament, and I hope they get a really good draw in the 16 because they deserve to go through to the quarterfinals. And for me, they're going to be the dark horse of the tournament if they do. But I love that, you know, a non-traditional team doing well. Where's Will, says King. He's in the pub with Niall now. Kind wishes to get 7 a.m. on this trip as soon as she starts the world, as they have any more. Okay, don't know what that's all about. That's football, doesn't know the laws of the game. I hope you're talking about... Mark, listen to what Alexi Lalas said in the media, says Macri. Tell us what he said. I haven't got time to listen to anything at the moment. Sabitz is better than Amrabat, says Faddy. Trent's not in the team. Let me get the team news going round for you. Remember, we're sponsored by Manscaped. 20% off, free worldwide shipping with the code footy. Trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. But let's have a look at this England starting lineup. We've got... where's England's starting lineup? There we go. So... as you can see, it's one change. It's Trent out, it's Gallagher in, and it's on Southgate, isn't it? There's no doubt about that. Kane is a must starter. Yeah, well, I spoke about this on the podcast. Listen to it, Goldbridge Saves Football. We spoke about it on the podcast. Would I have dropped Harry Kane? No. But is he under pressure? Yes. I don't want to see him dropping in and taking the ball. I want to see him playing on the last man. I want to see him in and around the penalty box. Let Foden, Saka... Bellingham be the creatives and Harry Kane just hang around the penalty box like he did for that first goal against Denmark. I don't want to see him dropping in because we've got a striker in Watkins and Tony to a certain extent who will stretch that back line. So I want to see England stretching that back line. I want to see Harry Kane being the penalty box striker. I know he likes to be creative, but it's a different team. We haven't got to... certainly Phil Foden's not going to be running in behind. So I think England have to get Harry Kane in and around the box. That's where he's going to be most valuable to us. I want to see the whole team in the opponent's half. Then Kane can come as deep as he likes, says Threefold Path. Look, defensively, I think we've been quite good. I do. I think when you look at the Denmark game and you look at the... Serbia game, we've not really conceded many chances, and the Denmark goal was a worldie. So defensively, I don't really have any problems, but offensively, we need to be a lot better, and that's about getting hold of the ball and looking after the ball better. Certainly, we look like we're playing Netherlands in the group stage if we win tonight in the knockout stage. However, if we win 3-0, we don't play the Netherlands. I don't know who we do play. I don't know why 3-0 makes us not play the Netherlands, but apparently that's the case. So if anybody understands that, you will be a goat of the chat, but I've not seen anybody understand it yet. No Palmer, no victory, says Marks. And surprised you're not supporting Spain. Don't you just pick someone to support randomly, says Simon. Yeah, simple Simon there in the chat on TikTok. Mark, why is England very hot today and in Ireland it's raining, says the cops. I don't know. I don't live in Ireland anymore, but that is a bit weird because they're not that far apart. Ian Wright said Gareth is one of the best England managers since Sir Ralph Ramsey, says Arturo. Statistically, Will would say he's not wrong. Factually, he ain't fit to wash the car of Terry Venables or Sir Bobby Robson or Sven-Goran Eriksson. Like, they're way better than him tactically. I would rather go in losing. I don't believe we get near 3-0. We barely score 0-0 fine. Losing interest. Scoring makes you sit back. Reverse the psychology. If we go in losing, we have to attack. Southgate, mate. It ain't that hard, says Naval. Thank you very much for your super chat. Very generous as well. Mark, because Croatia would go through above Slovenia, then if England loses, they will probably play Portugal. No, that's got nothing to do with it. If we win the group and we score 3 goals, we don't play the Netherlands. But if we score 2 or 1, we do. And I can't get my head around it. I don't understand why. Give Southgate another 2 years as Control Delete. Definitely not an England fan. Definitely not an England fan. Thanks for the follow, Manuel. And what's this? What team would you have picked, Goldbridge? Well, boring. It would have been, I've said it so many times. Foden plays at 10. Bellingham plays next to Rice and gets forward. Gordon comes in on the left. It's so simple. It's what I think 99% of us would do. But unfortunately, we've got a guy in charge who won't do it. So there we go. Is Luke Shaw on the bench, says Jared? I don't believe it is. I don't believe he is. No, I think that he was on the bench for the first game. Wasn't on the bench for Denmark. And then I don't think he's on the bench again today. He did train yesterday. No. Oh, he is. He's on the bench, actually. He is on the bench, which is... He better not bring him on because that's rushing him back if he is. But he might be on the bench just... I don't know. I don't know whether he's actually fit to play or not. I don't know. He is on the bench. Yes, 100%. Would you have started Trent at right back? My initial reaction is no. In fact, let me just do a poll on that on YouTube. Who would you start at right back? We can do polls on YouTube. Trent or Walker? Look, my initial reaction is, why would you change Kyle Walker at right back? But when I think about it, yes, I would. Because I want my England team to attack. When you look at this tournament, the best teams are the ones that get high up the pitch and press. Well, Trent does that for Liverpool. I want to attack. But I'll be honest, my initial reaction is no, I'd pick Kyle Walker. But then when you think about it, that's only because we've become indoctrinated into the Southgate way of playing. Southgate wants Kyle Walker there because he's quick defensively. But I actually want to create. So I would play Trent because going forward, he's way better than Kyle Walker. So yeah, I would play Trent at right back. But we've become so used to this defensive shit that you automatically go, no, I'd pick Kyle Walker. But when you deep it, you go in defensive. Walker's just a get out of jail card defensively for his pace. I actually want to do something going forward. So I would have picked Trent at right back, but he was never going to do it. Never going to do it. Jay Slater coming home before the Euros are, says Ryan. Thank you very much. 13,000 watching on YouTube. You're a bunch of legends. Thank you very much for that. Just seeing if there's anything else going on here. Okay. Apparently, Robert McCormack says, in relation to learning who England will play at in relation to learning who England will play, it's very hard to work it out before everybody's played their games because it's a maths calculation. Yeah, so maybe that's why everybody's struggling, because no one wants to combine maths with football. Nobody. That's why geeks are shit at football. Yeah. Will Palmer... What was that? Will Palmer get any minutes this tournament, says Dan? Not any meaningful minutes. Players are about to come out anyway. Mark, this 3-0 thing is rubbish. It's all about which groups produce the 4 best third-place teams. The ranking of those teams isn't relevant, says James. Tell us more, James. Tell me more. Tell me more. Yeah, tell us more. I genuinely don't know about that. Would you like to go out to any of the games, Mark? I mean, there's nothing like live football, and there's nothing like live football with your phone in your pocket, not doing anything. I absolutely love watching football, and in a different scenario, I'd love to be out there just watching football, living in the moment. But obviously, I do this. It's massive. I love it. Do I see it as a job? Well, I suppose it is my job, but also it's, you know, you've got to ride the horse until you fall off, haven't you? So I just think that, yeah, of course I'd love to be out there because I love live football, but I wouldn't be out there vlogging. That's the thing. People say, why don't you just go over there and do some vlogging like Thogden and Fozzie and people like that? And I'm like, they're good at it. I hate it. I hate the idea of standing there in a packed stadium going, oh, well, this is my thoughts. It's just not, I don't like that. I hate it. So look, I have done it in the past. I will do it in again. But at the moment, I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And look, I want to see an England win. I want to see us staying in the tournament. Yes, I'm very critical, but that's because I believe we can be better. Definitely think we can be better. So yeah. What's your opinions on Guehi, says Harry on TikTok. I think he's been absolutely incredible in this tournament. I think the fact that no one's talking about Harry Maguire, and Harry Maguire will be hurting. Of course he will, and he's got every right to be hurting. He's, you know, missing out on a tournament. It's tough. But I think the fact that Guehi has settled in and done so well is absolutely fantastic. And, you know, I'm really, really pleased for him in relation to that. And I hope that he can continue doing what he's done. I mean, I said it in the first game. I said the first game, what happens here is you get a scenario where a player comes in with no experience, and what you want to happen is you want to see that player get a clean sheet and start to learn how to play with Phil Stones, which is exactly what he's done. And then on from that, he'll become more and more experienced and better. I remember Rio Ferdinand doing it in the 2002 World Cup. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with our defence. It's actually been quite good. All right, we're not balanced. We don't have a left back, but I think Stones and Guehi have done really well. Thanks for the follow, 009. Appreciate that. We're about ready. I want to see a different England. Look, if we're complete, people are saying, why are you so confident, Mark? If we're being completely honest here, we are playing the worst team in our group. Like Denmark and Serbia on paper are better. So this is the game that you look at for the last few months and you go, that's the game that we're definitely going to win. If they can't pull out a performance against this lot, then we've got really big problems. You know, if they don't win this game, I want to check the emails of all those players, because I guarantee on Monday they were booking holidays to Mykonos. You know, something dodgy is going on. They've had enough, basically. We should not be not doing well in this game. Really. Lovely weather in the Euros. Gareth's got his wife's top on again. It's not been lucky so far. Maybe it can be this time. I'm pretty sure if we win, we will get Slovakia, Romania or Turkey, says Threefold Path. And yet, we're meant to be getting the Netherlands unless we win 3-0. I don't know. I really don't understand it. Neo says Austria would hammer this team 3 or 4-0. Southgate only took one top. He lost his suitcase. Why is Gallagher playing, says Louis. Sesko's better than Hoyland, says Dinky. Mark really just talking through his national anthem, says 010. I can't bloody hear it, mate. And to be honest, I don't really care. You know, there's a national anthem being played all the time. I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at the chat. Ralph Raniki's class says, Luke, England will get Brazil in the quarterfinals. Anyway, the national anthem fell off a bit when they changed it from Queen to King, if we're being honest. It just doesn't fit. I'm not used to it yet. But I can't hear it anyway. I wish England had a cool anthem like Scotland. It should. I've always said this. I'm not anti-monarchy, but I would prefer Jerusalem. Yeah, I would. And if you've never heard Jerusalem, bring me my bow of burning gold. Bring me my arrows of desire. Bring me my spear, O clouds unfold. Bring me my chariots of fire. I will not cease from mental fight, nor shall my sword sleep in my hand, till we have built Jerusalem in England's green and pleasant land. It's so much better. It's so much better. Release that and Flower of Scotland, and there'll be a right fight on top of the pops. Who wins? You decide. Right, we're ready to go. I'm going to start. Maybe I should start doing that at the start of every stream. People are saying, please don't. Well, that's my national anthem. That's how it works. It's not so pleasant anymore, Mark. Right, we're ready to go. Let's hope England can get this party started against Slovenia. Look, France haven't got started yet. They haven't. If you could, would you sign Sesko? Says X-Rix. Yeah, I do like him. I do like Sesko. There's no, he was a player that we were looking at. He's staying at Leipzig for another year. I do like him. Right, England ready to go. We're playing in Cologne. Can be a place, is a place, can also be something you splash on your face. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Brap, brap, brap. Here we go. England to start. I expect us to go off like a train here. I expect us to play quick, fast and furious because it's an open goal, really. Could we do this against Denmark or Serbia? No. Can we do it against Slovenia? Yeah. In footballing terms, we've just played Brighton and Aston Villa. We're now playing Sheffield United. In Premier League terms, that's what we're doing. And you've got to get that in your head. Brighton and Aston Villa would be Denmark and Serbia. Slovenia would be Sheffield United. So let's get it real. There are levels to this game and we should be beating them. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Absolute legends. Make sure you subscribe and give us a follow like Alpha and Wanjo and Abdullah. You are legends. Thank you very much. Let's get this party started here in Germany. Gallagher's playing... I mean, this is what pisses me off. We're playing a triangle in the midfield with Rice dropping deep on his own and Gallagher playing as high as Bellingham is on the right. In which case, just play Mainu. Well done by Guehi. Also, I mean, it's early days, but that there's no getting behind pace, is there? I mean, Foden and Kane aren't slow, but you know what I mean. That just straight line pace. Could do with an early goal here. That's a nice ball into Foden. He's going to win a corner here. Yeah, well done. Lighty, thanks for the follow. Legend. Make sure on YouTube you get involved. Tuesday night, hot weather, international tournament, beer in hand. You know, what more could you hope for? And I tell you what, if you didn't watch... Oh, shit. I'm glad it... I tell you what, I don't know what that twat was doing there. But why did he bobble it? I thought he was going to knock it through and be 1-1 through on one-on-one. French ref, says Joe. Mark, Greece with 1 to 1,000 the resources has won more Euros than the jersey you're wearing in the last 30 years. How does it make you feel? I wouldn't be caught dead in that jersey, says Constantine. You might notice, well, you won't because it's white. We have got a star there somewhere. It's not. It has disappeared on the shirt, but it is there because we won the World Cup. Can see a boring draw here. It's all Slovenia needs, says Aaron. I can't believe Slovenia can still stay in the group. I can't believe that they can still stay in it. You're right. You are right. So in relation to the group stage, if Slovenia get a draw, they're on 3 points. That puts them through. 3 draws. I mean, bloody hell. Slovenia have had a boring group, haven't they? 1-1 with Denmark. 1-1 with Serbia. Team Manu, thanks for the follow. Would that make England Arsenal as we also come second, says David? What minute do you reckon we'll score, then proceed to sit back, says Blue Enthusiast? Well, we can't afford to sit back because we do need to score goals to avoid playing the Netherlands. Gallagher's a walking yellow, says Oba. I mean, Slovenia have started off all right here. It's a very open game. Can I just shock you? Sesko completely unmarked. I don't know why he headed it. He could have just took it down and had a shot. Pickford's not very happy. It's a bad start by England, this. Really lethargic. Hey, Mark, and all come on England. Make us happy, says Rub. It's a shit start by England, this. We really need to switch on. There's a lot of space out there. Kevin Carter says, yet again starting poor. Don't do this to me, not tonight. Yeah, if you didn't see Austria-Netherlands, what a game. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, yeah, lived up to all the hype. 3-2 to Austria, but a brilliant game of football. Netherlands, I wouldn't be bothered if England got Netherlands, you know. I don't know why we'd want to avoid them. If we got Netherlands, people will go, oh, that's a tough game, because reputationally, but they don't look very good going forward, and we've been good defensively, so I'd rather play the Netherlands. Well, depends what's on offer, really. Nice ball in, Bellingham, but good defending. Do you think the Netherlands would beat us? Just on the poll, who would you start at right back? 49% went with Trent, 51% went with Walker. James Adams says the problem is England and Netherlands have got the same coach. Well, I'd tell you what I don't like about this. Passing it round the back. Who's coming to receive the ball? Yeah, all right, the fullback's there. But where's Rice? Where's Bellingham? Where's Gallagher? Gallagher's miles away. Look at where he is. We're doing some shit shape thing here. Look at where Gallagher is. Why is he so far forward? What is he trying to do here? Bellingham and Gallagher. Gallagher's almost playing... Oh, look at where Gallagher's position in the first 6 minutes is weird. I mean, look, it might work, but he's not coming to the back four to get the ball. He's wandering around closer to Saka and Kane. Look, it's early days. I know. Look, oh, here we go. Harry Kane deep again. Koeman, the far benched Frimpong, says Rub. Southgate's just got a pen and paper out. I think he's been asked to cook the dinner tomorrow, so he's probably just ordering stuff. He can't be writing tactical stuff down. We're watching your teammate. Don't tell me you're talking about tactics or taking notes. You're not that guy. Chris B says, do you think we can score 3? Oh, mate, you can score 3 goals in 10 minutes. Do you think the FA would keep Southgate if England make it to the quarterfinals, says Owen? I think the FA would give Southgate a lifetime contract if he wanted it. Let's be honest. They're more incompetent than he is. I don't get this. Our centre-backs are getting loads and loads of the ball and nobody's coming to get it. It's like we're naturally trying to make Slovenia play deep by pushing our midfield forward. But you've got to get the ball there first. Good turn by Kane. You know, surely the quality is going to come out here. Breakout player of the tournament in the Euros is Carlos Calafiori for me. Lot of people talking about Calafiori. He's had a good tournament, and I think it's always a good sign when you're in a team that's not necessarily been that good as well. Thomas says, what happens if we score 3 goals? I'm lost. Apparently, if we score 3, we can't play the Netherlands, but if we don't score 3, we might play the Netherlands. I don't know why. I don't know why. Nick P says, this feels like when you've played pool all your life and someone shows you a snooker table. Everyone's so far apart, says Nick P. Nice play. Oh, unlucky. So that's good play by Slovenia. But good tracking. I mean, Kane. Foden's onside. Saka slips. And he was offside anyway. I see that. That was a good ball by Kane. But Saka, Foden's offside. If they score 3 and Denmark wins, Croatia moves on, says TL. Yeah, but why does that stop us playing Netherlands? Daniel Farr says Kane drops back too much. Gwumpo, thank you very much for the follow. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Make sure you share the video if you're on YouTube. Love that. And subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Good header by Guehi. He's had a lot of touches in this first 10 minutes. So much space out there for Slovenia, though. I don't think they would have expected that. There's too much space. We get murdered by a decent team here. Look, again, get in the chats. What is it we're looking to do here? Because I'm struggling to see what the plan is. We're really spaced out. We're not pressing. It's very, very easy for Slovenia to just keep hold of the ball at the moment. And they're not really a possession side. We're all right in this position. We're getting the ball a lot at the back with Trippier and Guehi, but this is what we need to do. Get it into Foden. Bellingham and Gallagher are almost playing in a front 3. Look at the position of Bellingham and Gallagher here. It's weird. No one's coming to take the ball off the back 4 at all. Look. Apart from bloody Harry Kane, which is what we don't want. I'd like to see Conor Gallagher playing deeper and Bellingham playing more central. Although Bellingham swapped with Foden here. You're not going to get width from Trippier and Bellingham on the left. This is why I wanted balance. This is why I wanted Gordon on the left because he's a left winger. Saka on the right because he's a right winger. Foden as a 10 because he's a number 10. I'd rather start Watkins over Kane. Harry Kane is too immobile and slow, says when Harry met Barry. Right, Foden's back on the left again here. It's good possession by England, but I don't see the shape. Surely the bosses at the FA can see what us laymen can see, says Chiri. I doubt it. All they see is their prawn sandwiches and their champagne. Oh, record profits on England's shirt sales again. Well done. Trying to think of a name of somebody who probably works in the FA. Harold. Charlie. Mark, we've misplaced 7 passes. That's not Southgate, says Jack. Lovely play. Oh, no, it's gone for a throw-in. Are England ever going to have a shot? That's a terrible ball as well. You know what I'm saying, though? You've got Phil Foden, Saka, Bellingham, Rice, Kane, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Man City. They're all used to high possession football. And what's this shit? You know, international football is difficult because you only get the players for a limited time, yeah? So if you get a group of street dancers and you need to do an act for X Factor, do you get them to do ballet? You get them to do street dance. So why is it we've got players that can all play possession football at a higher tempo? I mean, what the fuck's going on here? John Stone's completely out of character, miscontrolling the ball. I've said it before. So far in this tournament, we have shat all over it. Like, we've been the worst team to watch in this tournament, arguably, with Czech Republic. Boring. And we look like we can't be arsed. I really agree with that from V4. Super Sub says, think might fall asleep. Shit ball this is. England out, so Gareth gets fired, please, says Irv. Would you pick Trent ahead of Walker? I would, yes. Wake me up when the England match starts. That's from Dewey and Alec Miller. Gallagher's best performances for us has been when he's deeper next to Casino, not higher up, says Blues enthusiast. Yeah, well, what you want to do, the way I've seen us play in the first 15 minutes, we're pushing Bellingham and Gallagher close to Kane, which is leading our defence to just be stuck with the ball. You need Bellingham and Gallagher to come and take the ball and give 3 options to the centre-backs. I don't know why Bellingham and Gallagher are wandering up to Kane. Like, Rice is the only one who can take the ball off the back 4, and Slovenia aren't stupid. So you need, like, Rice is here again. See, this is better. Bellingham's dropped in deep. You've got 2 options in the midfield now. But that first 15 minutes is Saka. It's not a bad cross. Oh, it is a bad cross. Yeah, that first 15 minutes, you've just got Gallagher and Bellingham who are just like playing 20 metres away. Oh, ref. He's played on. Trippier's going to go in the book, I think. Slovenia doing quite well here. Yeah, Trippier's going to get booked. At least when Trent played, England started well, says AJ. Yeah. Don't forget, Mark, you can't criticise them for playing so bad because they say it's unfair and they find it hurtful. If you don't kiss the ground they walk on, says Ben. I tell you what, Trippier's lucky. If he'd have gone down in a heap, could have been a red. That's the indiscipline, though, isn't it? That's the desperation. Landon says, in my mind, France and Italy have been really underwhelming, along with England. Thanks very much for your super chat, Landon. DB on TikTok says, this England team has been boring to watch. We've not had many red cards, have we? I don't know what's going on. I've got to say, I'm shocked by this. I'm shocked by this. I didn't expect England to be this shit in the first 20 minutes. Really didn't. Like, they have had a lot of criticism for Denmark and Serbia. Most of it warranted, but you expect a response. And this response in the first 20 minutes. And look, that's not to say we won't get one in the next 70. But in the first 20 minutes, where's the response? Piss poor. Armin says, Kane, Foden, Jude and Saka have 20 goals for their clubs last season. Shows the importance of good managers. The big problem I've got with this first 20 minutes is I think if you're a Slovenian player, you've settled into the game, you're not rattled, you're not nervous, and you know you're in the game as much as they are. And you're just growing into the game. Like if England start well in the first 10 minutes and create loads of chances, you panic a little bit. But Slovenia are just growing in the game and going, you know what? They're not actually that good. They're not good at all. Brand says, speaking as a neutral, England look unbelievably bad. 100%, mate. 100%. Even I didn't expect this. And you know what I'm like? I'm not a big fan of Southgate at all, but this is terrible, mate. Absolutely terrible. Guehi bringing it out from the back. Carl Walker. Into Saka. You know what we're going to need? A bit of individualism. Bellingham. We've got plenty of players who can do it. Something out of nothing. Rangnick for England manager, says Andy, is Foden. Into Trippier. That's a good ball. Rice. Back. Oh, this is lovely play. Offside. Shit! I'll tell you what, that would have been a great goal. It was a training ground goal. It would have been absolutely brilliant. That would have been a great... Watch this. Trippier. Foden's miles off. It was a great move. But I suspect the Slovenian right-back knew he was offside. It was a great play. Great play. Man United, holiday camp under Ollie comes to mind. These players are not doing anything on the training pitch. They've got to take confidence from that, Dane. You've got to take confidence from that goal. You know, yes, it was offside. It was a bit like Baumgartner's against Austria. It was miles offside, but the fundamentals of it were really good. Quick, one-touch passing. Defences can't deal with it. And of course, if we scored the first goal, Slovenia will open up because they need a draw to go through. Do you think Sean Dyche should be England manager? No. Electro, not at all. Not at all. F6 says, what are your thoughts on Conor Gallagher? I like Conor Gallagher as a player. I just wouldn't have made the change into this team. And I like Mainu and I like Wharton, but I wouldn't have started them either. I'd have stuck Bellingham next to Rice and Foden at 10. And you know what I find incredible? Look at where Conor Gallagher's playing. He's playing as an advanced right midfielder. So why couldn't you put Bellingham in that role and then play Foden as a 10 and Gordon on the left? It doesn't even make sense. You know, he's not even playing Conor Gallagher as a holder. He's playing him more advanced. So why not play Bellingham as the more advanced right side player and then just play a 10 in Foden? But you know, one of the big reasons I don't think he wants to play Foden as a 10 is because he knows Harry Kane wants to drop in. Bear with me, Mark. If England wins against Slovenia by more than 3 goals and the Czech doesn't win tomorrow, England will play Croatia, says hey, hey, hey. You're probably right. A yellow card here for the Slovenian player, which is probably quite good because I think it's their left back up against Saka. This is the ref that sent Fred off against PSG, says Goldio. And Dyche would do better than Southgate, though, says Jack. Yeah, but, you know, Dyche football's not going to win. He would be under the pressure straight away. Because as much as Dyche does a good job, he doesn't get praised for his good football. Although, I tell you, my XG's great. Stop talking about your car, Sean. 22 minutes. Yeah, Foden. They're just showing the Foden offside. We're only 10 subscribers on YouTube away from 184,000. So please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. We're on the road to 1.2 million, which we want to hit by the end of the Euros. So get involved with That's Football. We're doing every watch-along of the Euros, but it's already breaking news. We will not be doing every watch-along for the World Cup. Even though we're excited about it being in America, we're not doing a watch-along for every game because there's about 1,000 games. 48 teams, 4 groups of 12, and a last 32. Forget that. Lewis says, what's your thoughts on the versatility of potatoes? Well, they've definitely got more versatility than Southgate. Mash, jackets, chips, dauphinoise, loads. What was your beef with Jordan FC when you lost to Ireland, says England? Don't know what that's all about. Do you think Klopp would be a good England manager? Of course, Rachel, of course. You know what the scary thing is? Halfway through this first half, it can change overnight. But the scary thing is, no shots. No shots. Not even on target, no shots. That's your response to media criticism. Ian, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. Absolutely no width on the left side, says Alec. Well, look at Kane again here. He's in his own half. You know what? I can tell you these tactics on the back of a fucking stamp. Harry Kane drop deep. Bellingham and Gallagher bomb forward. We're trying to overload their back four with Gallagher pushing next to Kane to make it a 4-4-2, 4-2-4. But we're doing it now. Bellingham, Kane and Gallagher, and then Saka and Foden. We're trying to play a front five, but then we can't figure out how to get the ball forward. Gareth has to put on Cole Palmer sooner or later, says England. I think Cole Palmer in this game would have. Where would you play him? He's got to play centrally for me. I want to send a proper super chat. England, please do something, says Mojo. Here we go. Foden overplayed it to Kane. I think Foden said he played the right pass here. I think he did. Yeah, Kane's tried to control it with his right foot instead of his left. I think that's what Foden's saying. He slipped you in. Harry Kane said, yeah, you did. Big Sam would have played more exciting football, says Brian. Literally no excuse for Southgate to still be England manager if England doesn't win, says Graham. Mainu as a bridge would be perfect in this team, says Goldio. Mainu and Watkins need to be involved more, says Uncle G. Well, you know what? The same problems are still there. And there's 3 fundamental problems from the Serbia game. He's trying to get all his best players on the pitch at the expense of balance. We're not creating chances. And... hold on a minute. Bellingham's won it back. Yeah, we're not creating chances. We might get a chance here. Foden. Go on, whip it, Trippier. Whip it. Yeah, we're not creating chances. He's putting too many square pegs in round holes, and he's scared to change it. They're the three big problems here. You know, we've had half an hour against Slovenia. We haven't actually had a shot. So it's not working. It's clearly not working. If we get Germany, Nagelsmann will humiliate us, says Owen. Well, we wouldn't get Germany, would we? Because if we win the group, we won't. Mainu, perfect to sit with Rice. False 9, worth a consideration, says Jazz. Literally no excuse for Southgate to be stealing the manager if he doesn't win, says Graham. Yeah, so that's a nice ball into Rice. Played through the lines. Into Kane. Why is he turning and shooting from there? He should have laid it off to... You know, body language is terrible as well. I've picked up on the body language of a few players there. Jude Bellingham looks at Kane there and is like, why have you not laid me in? Why are you spinning and shooting blindly when you can lay me in? And this is it. I don't think the morale of this team is good at all. I think the players are, you know... But look, what I was going to say is this plan hasn't worked. Half an hour, no shots on goal. The system doesn't work. Now, I look at this system and I think Gallagher out for Mainu to carry the ball would work. Ideally, Bellingham back where Gallagher is, Foden 10, Gordon left. But Harry Kane is a problem because he won't run in behind. So we can't stretch their defence. What Southgate's trying to do is play the quick ball. But we haven't got the striker to do it. So we've got to play possession football. But you can't play possession football if you haven't got the ball. So there's a contradiction in the way that we're trying to play. It's square pegs in round holes again. Kane's going to shoot, surely. Straight at the keeper. Edge of the box. A lot of people saying take Kane off. Southgate wants to control the ball. The problem is they are dominating the ball in their own half. Exactly, Brian. There is no passion, no aggression. There is no mindset in that bloody national team, says Jack. This is shocking, says Chris on TikTok. If we put Watkins on, it would literally change the dynamic of the team because he'd be playing on the last man. I mean, look at where Kane is here. Bellingham's further forward. He's not pressing. He's not getting in behind. And when he gets the ball, he's not passing. Slovenia reminds me of Iceland. PTSD says, I'm all in. I've watched nothing but crap all season being a Bristol fan. Been hoping that England would cheer me up. I was wrong. Bristol are better, says Nick. JJ, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you. Kane off for Watkins, says Rob. Southgate defo gives his kids coal for Christmas, says Leroy. And Armin says, you've still got about 40 years left, Mark. Surely enough to see England win a trophy. Yeah, but you know what's so frustrating is you watch a team like Austria with Rangnick and you see a coach. I mean, Austria haven't got the players that England... It's the prime example. Austria haven't got the players that England have got, but they've got a coach who can get the best out of them. We've got brilliant players, but we've got a coach who gets the worst out of them. And that's the couple of sentences. Austria have got a limited squad, but a coach who can get the very best out of them. We've got an amazing squad who brings out the worst in them. And that's on the FA. Goal for Denmark. Rasmus has scored, apparently. I want England to score. Here we go. Foden. Edge of the box. Walker. What's that? We've been a little bit better in the last 5 minutes. A little bit more in their half. That's a free kick. I feel Foden's frustration. He's just not clicking. Says unknown. Well, he's out of position, isn't he? England, unknown person. England does create chances not because of tactics, but because of individual talent. I feel for England fans, it must be very frustrating, says Berry. Hi, Mark. Can you please give a birthday shout-out to my friend James Andrew? He's a huge fan. Big shout-out to James. You're spot on. Goldbridge, next England manager. But I mean, I genuinely think I could do a better job than Southgate, but I genuinely think all you could, and I'm not even joking. Like, it's terrifying that we feel that we can do a better job than an England manager. Just by picking a better team for a start. Rasmus hasn't scored, by the way. It's 0-0. Weston says, I feel sorry for you lot. I'm American. We hate our manager. But even then, I don't think I'd want Southgate to be our manager. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Will England shoot from here? No, it's a cross. It's not a shoot, this. Oh, he has shot. And keeper just catches it. Foden shot. I mean, I don't think he should be shooting from there. It's not a bad position to whip across. I mean, does he not know that Oblak is in goal? That's a right waste of time, that is, shooting from there. Like, arguably Slovenia's best player is their goalkeeper. Ain't going to get beat from there. A weird one. 0-0 between Denmark and Serbia. Of course, if Slovenia get a point, they go through as well. England having a little bit more of it in the last few minutes. Oh, that's Conor Gallagher. I thought it was Harry Kane. I was going to lose my shit there. They've got an overlap here on the right-hand side. Slovenia, they've got options. I told you, it's got the overlap. Oh, England get it away. England get it away. But they're on the attack again, Slovenia. You know what? If they score it, it'll probably kick us into gear because this is crap. Need Goldbridge ball ASAP, says Samuel. Walker, Stones, Trippier, Rice, Mainu, Palmer, Foden behind Watkins, Gordon left Saka, says Sean Lawrence. Apologies, I was lied to by my cousin. Idiot, says Jack. Do you agree even his back five he used to like would be better? Trent, Walker, Stones, Guehi, Gordon, says Christopher. England will win, says Eva. Wow, I mean, I walked into this game Eva expecting us to win, and I still think we can win. But the problem with Serbia, we won against Serbia. We drew against Denmark. It's not results that are the problem, it's the performances. I mean, this is meant to be a response to criticism. That's my concern. And it can all click, we know that. But the response to criticism is this shit. You know, this is like shitting your bed and being in big trouble. And then the next night you shit it again. You know, they've absolutely played dreadful. I mean, Slovenia... England looks scared here. It's Iceland all over again. Well, at least we've won the ball back. He's got to make changes at half-time here. Teams have less quality on paper, tend to be a more hard-working team and a tight-knit group, which wins you games. Oh, I agree, Brian. I agree. Have you paid your TV licence? Yes, Kyle. Juju says, my girl just broke my heart. She means the world to me. I would have taken a bullet for her. I don't know what to do. Please help and refrain from any jokes. Well, just enjoy the match, mate. We're here to watch football. I think they've just shown England's only shot on target, which was Harry Kane's shot straight at the keeper. He's offside there. He's not keeping it in either. Trent at right back would help this team. Other than pace, what does Kyle Walker actually do, says Alice. Look, Kyle Walker's in that team as a security blanket for Southgate, really. It's just about defensive pace. Mark, I've taken my date to watch the game, but she's now crying and wants to leave. What do I do to solve this, says Stephen. Well, it's what you could do is take her to the local park and get her to just look at the grass grow, because that will be more appealing than this shit, Stephen. Could have taken Rashford if we were going to sit this deep, says John. Well, I don't think we need to take... You know, I heard people saying this before about Rashford. Like, I'd understand the whole Rashford thing if we'd picked Cole Palmer or Anthony Gordon. Like, you can't say we should have had Rashford. We've not used Gordon. We've not used Palmer. I just don't understand it. I do not understand this. I feel like I'm back in maths GCSE being taught algebra. How can A mean anything? It's part of the bloody alphabet. But I don't understand this. Like, Trippier. Oh, that was a good cross to the back post. Kane doesn't get onto it. I got mixed up with Gallagher and Kane. I thought Gallagher was Kane, and I didn't know it was on the back post. Yeah, he should be scoring that. Why is he not getting on the end of that? It's a good cross. Yeah, he should be getting on the end of that. He's seen it all the way. As an American, done that one. As Ice says, as an American who knows we're bad at soccer, I'd rather watch us than England. I've never seen a good team try to win less than this England one now, says Ice. It's weird, mate. It's really weird. I almost feel like apologising on behalf of the English nation, because this is rubbish, mate. This is absolute crap. I just don't get it. Like, Slovenia are the worst team in the group, and they actually look more dangerous than us. But it's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment to English football, this is. You know, if the team's full of shit, you know, it's just a bad time for England, isn't it? But Phil Foden, Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, Harry Kane, Saka, Stones. You know, these are good players. Kyle Walker's won a bloody treble. It's absolutely embarrassing how shit we are. It's, you know, you must be sat there as a Man City fan or an Arsenal fan or, you know, a Real Madrid fan and going, you know, Carlo Ancelotti, Pep Guardiola, Arteta, how do they get these performances out of Declan Rice and Foden and all this lot and Bellingham? Because look how crap they are. That can only be the manager, by the way. I genuinely thought, despite the manager's limitations, that the individuality of the players would do the job. But it doesn't work, does it? Where do you think England would finish in the Euros with Ralph Rangnick, says Averell? If the players are willing to listen to the coach, and I think they are, he'd probably win it with this set of players. I don't think there's an unwillingness from the players. I just think the tactics belong in the bloody National League. Genuinely. I just think it's really, really basic shit. Because he's done this for 45 minutes. It's not working. It's simply not working. It's a shit show. We are going to score, and we will score on a moment of individualism. Because this is shite. Like, you cannot sit there and tell me if England score before half time that that's good. You know, how have we had 6 total shots, by the way? I don't know where they've suddenly come from. Like, we've done sod all in this game. Those stats tell a very different story to the reality. 68% possession, 6 shots, 2 on target. I mean, I don't know what they are. You know, one of them was Harry Kane's shot from the edge of the box, which was rubbish. What was the second shot? Oh, Phil Foden's free kick, which he never should have done. But I feel sorry for Rice. Like, you've got Guehi and Stones here. Who wants the ball? Who wants the ball here? Like, Bellingham is marked. Foden's touching the bloody touchline. You've got to come and take the ball. As I said, it's too easy for Slovenia here. That's a good ball by Rice. Into Saka. I'll tell you what, one before half time could change the complexion of this game. Bellingham, little back heel. Oh. Right. Well, the referee has broken the record here. We're hearing from the referee. He's blown for half time. It's a world record. The referee has blown for half time on 45 minutes and 1 second. He's basically saying there was added time, but I'm so fucking bored. If I carry on, I'll go into a coma and I won't wake up. I need to get some coffee. We're stopping on 45 seconds. 45 seconds and 45 minutes and 1 second he blows the whistle. Piss take. Thanks for the follow, Marlus, on TikTok. Well, get your comments in, everybody, because you know what? There's no point in holding back here. There's a very, very, very simple tactical assessment here. That shower of shite is not working. It's an absolute joke. It doesn't work. Whatever he's and also whatever he's trying to do, it's not working. What I saw in that game was England 69% possession, most of it's in with our back four. What I saw in that game was Conor Gallagher come in for Trent and then go forward as another number 10. Bellingham's gone forward next to Kane. Foden's on the left. Saka's on the right. Rice is being left. The ball is with Stones and Guehi, who can pass to Walker and Trippier and then get it back. You can't get it to Rice because Rice is being marked, and Bellingham and Gallagher have gone too far forward. We've created no good chances at all, apart from the offside goal. So what the hell is this mystery bullshit from Southgate? What was the plan, Gareth? I don't get it. Was it try... To me, it looks like he wants to get 5 people forward and hit a ball over the top. But Slovenia have figured it out in no time and gone, we're not going to play a high line. Because you know what he's trying to do? And I'll tell you now, this is just school ground PE teacher tactics. What Southgate's been working on for the last few days, Harry doesn't get in behind. So instead of dropping him, listen to this one, lads. Harry Kane doesn't stretch their defence and he doesn't get in behind. So listen to this. We keep Harry in the team, their defence pushes forward, and then Gallagher and Bellingham run in behind quickly and we knock a long ball over the top. And Slovenia have gone, yeah, we're not falling for that shit. Let Harry Kane wander into the midfield if he wants to. We're not going with him. They've just kept their defensive line. Bellingham and Gallagher can't get in behind. And that's it. That's his tactics for that game. He's thought, oh, Harry Kane doesn't get in behind, so we'll hit long balls for Gallagher, who's playing next to him, and Bellingham. What about getting hold of the ball? I'm telling you now, I'm bored of saying it. if you're going to play Gallagher in the team and tell him to play next to Kane, play fucking Bellingham there. Drop Gallagher, put Foden at 10 and put Gordon on the left and play a bit of possession football. Mix it up a little bit. Foden having it off with the touchline is a horrible thought. He's a number 10. Bellingham not in the game. Gallagher trying to get in behind. What's that all about? You know, it's abysmal. It's whatever tactics he's trying to put in there, it's shit. It hasn't worked. He's got to change it. I feel that Southgate, if we win this game 1 or 2-0, that first half still happened. Those tactics do not work. If I'm the Netherlands or I'm Austria or I'm Switzerland, I'm going, if we have to play England and this is their tactics, we will absolutely fuck them up. We will get the ball, we will play through that high line, and we will fuck them up. And they will. They absolutely will. The amount of times Slovenia had the ball in that half, you give that amount of space and ball to half-decent teams, they will screw you. It's incredibly bad tactics. And I think it really is with Southgate. You've just got to go for the simplest and utter obvious plan. And I couldn't understand why Gallagher and Bellingham were playing so close to Kane and we were leaving the ball with the centre-backs. But I think it really was, they thought, oh, their defence will go high because Kane drops. And then we knock it in behind quickly and we score. And their defence just they haven't played a high line. So we're sort of stuck there going like that. And I've also seen the frustration. I've seen Bellingham a few times, doesn't look happy. Rice doesn't look happy. Foden doesn't look happy. Saka's not getting enough of the ball. I look at that England team and it's too many cooks. And what I mean by that is none of them are getting enough of the ball. Bellingham's not in the game enough. Foden's not in the game enough. Saka's not in the game enough. Kane's not in the game enough. You either build a team around one of them or you don't play them. You can't have a team where Bellingham's a 10, Foden's on the wing, Saka's on the right, and Kane's dropping in. It's just a mismatch. Kane wants to drop deep, but he can't because Bellingham's there. Foden wants to come into the 10, but he can't because Bellingham's there. And Saka just wants the ball more, but he doesn't get it because everyone else wants it. The balance is completely off. It doesn't work. And whilst I still think we can win these types of games because the defence has been okay, you've got to find a way to, build a system. And it reminds me a lot of when Sven had that England team and he played a midfield four of Beckham on the right, Scholes on the left, Lampard and Gerrard. I've got to get all my good players in. And it was so imbalanced. It was so imbalanced. And what he should have done is drop one of Lampard or Gerrard and played a Nicky Butt or someone like that. And on the left wing, he should have dropped Scholes and played a left winger. Because that's what we're talking about. Putting all your best players on the pitch doesn't work. You've got to go with balance. Austria are better than us, but you go through the squad and you go, he's not better than him, he's not better than him, he's not better than him. But Austria pick a balanced team and they have a system and everyone knows the system. England are just picking good players and hoping it's going to work. There is no system. It's dreadful. It's absolutely dreadful. What would you do at half-time, everybody? Ben says, I think we should play 4-4-2. If Rangnick coached England, they would win the Euros, no doubt, says Michael. I got money England will beat Germany next round, says JJ. But we won't play Germany next round, will we? Because we should top the group. With a striker who won't press or run behind, you need to control the ball in the final third. Exactly, Brian. Snooze fest, England are shit, says Ben. Don't worry, Mark. Harry Kane will give another interview where he talks down to the supporters and talks about how great his mate Gareth is. That'll do wonders, says the HPN. Will Southampton make subs at half-time, says Andy Ford. And Mark, can you put a tactics board behind you for England's next game because you cleared the game, says Carl. England have been sloppy, slow, no balance. The defenders have had the ball more than the midfield and the attackers. It's rubbish, says Mohammed. I can't remember if I ever saw England score 3 or 4 in a competitive game in a major tournament, says Southgate. We did against Panama. And as an Eric Ten Hag supporter, I never thought blaming a manager for a team's performance was fair, but now I've seen Southgate, says Stephen. Bellingham's been ineffective. Get him off, put Foden central. I'd put Bellingham next to Rice, get him in the game. Would rather drown in wallpaper paste than watch Southgate ball, says Nick. And a competent FA would be blowing up Rangnick's phone, says Andrew. All Kane's career has been coming deep and people complain, and it got Kane a lot of goals. He needs more runners like Gordon. Exactly, Jamie. Play to the strengths. A big difference in this England team is that no one screams, yells at each other on the pitch, says Akshay. Worst thing is, he's the highest paid international manager, says Angel. You've got treble winners, Champions League winners, combined with goals, 50-plus winners' medals, yet all it takes is one criminally incompetent manager, says Jack. Let's go Southgate. I mean, Graham and everybody else who's tuning in, thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner if you're on YouTube. Give us a follow, like Charlie on TikTok. Lads and ladies, what the hell? This is a good point, and somebody raised it in the chat. What kind of response is that? What kind of response is that? That's like, over the weekend, finding out that one of your mates has been jumped by a gang when you weren't there, and you're the hardest lad in the school, and you say on Monday morning, I'm absolutely going to tear them apart for what they've done. And you go in on Monday morning, and you give them your dinner money. It's just like, what type of response is that? Rubbish. You got Kane giving it this. You got Southgate giving it that. You got Walker giving it this. Oh, this, that, and the other. You know, I've been part of it. You've been part of it. We've criticised how crap we were against Serbia. And they've been going, it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. That 45 minutes is their response to criticism. Oh my God. I can't wait to see what their response is when we get knocked out. They'll probably gift all their money to bloody the team that knocks them out or something like that. I mean, it's beyond comprehension. That 45 minutes is England team's response to getting absolutely bantered over the last few days, to being called shit by everybody. Mainstream, what we do, what you do, that's their response. That 45 minutes is England's response. The only good bit of play we played was the goal that was offside. And it was good, but that's the one passage of play in 45 minutes. How many times have we misplaced it? How many times have we miscontrolled it? The body language is shit. The mentality, it's like they've given up. I said it before the game. We need to do, if we lose this game, we need to get a Freedom of Information Act to check the search history of the computers at England's training camp for the World Cup. We won't find no porn on it. What we'll find is holidays for Friday to Mykonos, Orlando and Dubai. Because to me, it looks like some of them have given up already. It looks like they're already thinking about where they can book their holiday. They're dominating in the stats, says Jack. They're dominating in the stats, Jack, but 2 shots on target, right? Do you want to know what they were? A stupid free kick from Foden against one of the best goalkeepers in the world that he never should have had a shot from. It was 30 yards out. And then a shot from the edge of the box from Harry Kane, which I would have caught with a blindfold on. So our 2 shots on target have been total shit. We have not created a decent chance. And can we just add the icing on the cake here as well? Very, very, very good icing on the cake as well. England in this tournament have been utter shite. Like, we've been an embarrassment. If you are Italian, Spanish, Turkish, Australian, Mexican, Indian, and you're or any nationality, and you're watching the Euros, and you're watching it like we've been watching it, you're all sat there going, how are England so embarrassingly crap? It must be really embarrassing to be English because they are so, so bad. And it's true. We are an absolute embarrassment. It's not just criticism. It's absolute shite. It really is. And I think that, you know, you've got to look at that and say, what is he doing and how is he motivating these players off the pitch, away from what we're seeing, because it's absolutely rubbish. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Make sure you give us a follow if you're on TikTok, like Simon and Matthew and Curtis. It's as if they've doubled down on the shit in protest to the criticism, says Robbo. It's as if they've given up, mate. Ten Hag ball this is Daniel. Shut up. The sad thing is that these players will try to blame this performance on the criticism they received after Denmark. So, Stephen, mate, what did Cesc Fabregas say? He said in Spain, it's 10 times worse than this. You know, if you want to be a winner, you've got to deal with the critics. Supporting England is what I imagine being a Spurs fan is like, says Nick. Now, Spurs play better football than this. Slovenia has a population of 2 million and they outplayed England in the first half. This should not be possible, says Michael. Look, again, I said it after Serbia and I said it after Denmark. We didn't lose to Denmark and we beat Serbia. But the big problem here is the football is crap. Even if we win this game in the second half, it's so crap. You can't be playing like that with those players. Your tactics belong in a pub league, mate. You're literally going into one of the most watched tournaments in the world and saying they will play high because Harry Kane likes to drop. Hit it in behind for Bellingham and Connor who are going to make the runs. It's so fucking basic. It's terrifying how basic it is. Like we said in the first half, you give Ralf Rangnick a limited Austrian squad and they get the best out of them. You give Gareth Southgate one of the best squads England's had and he gets the worst out of them. And that's the simple equation. The manager at one country that's not that good on paper makes them exceed expectation through hard work and organisation. The squad that England have got, we take it down levels. Who does that? You know, who takes Phil Foden, Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane, Saka, Declan Rice and all these players and makes them worse? I don't recognise Jude Bellingham or Declan Rice from what I know, or Phil Foden. Like, he's making them worse. And I said it before the game. Trent Alexander-Arnold should be sat there with a smile on his face going, you know what, I thought we were going to win this 2 or 3. No, he's bringing on Mainu. Mainu's coming on. Good. I bet it's Gallagher, though. I bet he's took Gallagher off. I bet he's thrown him under the bus. Yeah, another one. Another one. You see, this is what Southgate does. He makes shit selections and then he throws the player under the bus. This will make a difference now. This will make a difference. Because, but you know, I do feel sorry for Conor Gallagher because he's been thrown under the bus by the shit tactics again. I mean, I do feel sorry for Gallagher because when you watch the game, he really was doing what he was told to do. He's playing next to Harry Kane, trying to run in behind. So what he's going to do with Mainu now is tell him to drop in next to Rice and carry the ball. We'll win this game now. We'll win this game. Sean, thanks for the follow. We're going to win this game now. It's over. Mainu's on. Look, I'll say applause to Southgate for making the change. It's the right change to make, but you've got to feel sorry for Conor Gallagher because he's just been thrown under the bus. He just needs to go and sit next to Trent and say, you know, what am I supposed to do? He's told me to do this and it doesn't bloody work. But he's had to make the change there. Got to make that change. Are we going to start this second half or what, ref? What's he waiting for, the cameras or something? There we go, there we go, there we go. Let me just get this tweet out. England players are great at their own club is because they have better players around them, but when they play together, it's totally different. Sluggish, slow, giving the ball away, says Ian White. Well, I don't know about that, though, because the combination of these players is very good. Just means Mainu's the next one thrown under the bus, says Blake. Yeah, but I know Mainu, like many Man United fans, and if he can get on the ball, he can carry the ball. Ben White laughing on the beach right now, says Sam. What changes has been made for the second half, says Charlie. Well, Mainoo's on. Gallagher is off. Why is Gareth ruining our team? We're progressively getting the tactics and playing worse. We won't make it past top 16 if this continues, says Tom. You got to ask, where's Paul Pogba in all this, says it's CJR. And Sunday League is better than this, says Drunk. Just joking, Mark. I'm sure that's the excuse the journalists and idiots that kiss Gareth's feet will say. Bunch of geeks, says Jack. Why do you attack Greeks saying you never debate one in football? You just, I've not, Constantine, shut up. I don't know what you're talking about. All England has is football. That's why you overrate your players and that's why you perform like trash. They're overrated, says Marsh. Yeah, that's why they're winning trebles and Champions Leagues. And yeah, they're overrated, mate. Yeah, Harry Kane's shit. I don't know why we think he's one of the best strikers in the world, or Bellingham's one of the best young players in the world, or Foden's one of the best attacking midfielders in the world. It's got nothing to do with an imbalanced team and a crap coach, has it? Cole Palmer. A lot of people saying they'd like to see Cole Palmer on. Oh, where's the midfield now for England? Saka's got that back. Kane losing the ball but wins it back. Shame for Gallagher. Shouldn't have started in the first place as Blues enthusiast. I don't think Conor Gallagher's done anything wrong different to Trent's. He's just been used in a role that's he's not used to. I mean, I saw it in the first half. He's basically playing next to Harry Kane. You know, it's not... It's not looking good, Brev. But look, Mainoo's on. It's a different setup, and hopefully we'll see something a little bit different. Here is Mainoo. He's got a lovely ball in to Bellingham. Good tackle. Bellingham's still there. He'll take the corner. Southgate is a guy that would invite a girl over and ruin the night by putting on Smash Bro. Mario, says Jose. Absolutely adore Mainoo, but I fear this is a PR sub and Southgate throwing me under the bus. Hope I'm wrong, says Chiri. It's desperation. Petition for Mark for the England job, says Dylan. It's desperation to bring Mainoo on. I would be looking at Kane next. If we don't score in the next 15 minutes, I'd be looking at getting Watkins on. Why is Kane not heading for goal there? He's heading the ball in the 6-yard box and he's heading it back towards where it came from. What I was going to say is Slovenia have started off really badly here. Have England up the tempo because we're not winning the ball. They're not winning the ball, Slovenia. It's a good start by England here. I don't mean Mainoo's a bad player because I think he's fantastic. I don't mean it's desperation in the sense that he's a bad player. I just mean that, you know, it's game 3 and he's trying another combination in the midfield. He started off with Trent, he's then gone to Gallagher, and now he's trained Mainoo. So it's desperation on Southgate's part because he's on plan C already. Here's Kane. He's got to cut that back. Another corner. Better start from England in the first 5 minutes. Christine says this is better. Would you take the England job, says Mr. Dark. I think we could all take the England job. Neville saying that Gallagher was used as a fall guy, and he's right. 100%. In fact, I'll tweet that out because it's true. We were talking about that. Andy says, Miles better already with Mainu on the pitch. Well, he's playing a lot closer to Rice, which is good to see. You've got to get that link going. I mean, this is what I mean. Gallagher wasn't doing this, and I don't think he wasn't doing it in the first game. In the first half. Gallagher was playing close to Kane. Well, Mainu's never going to do that. But look, who's on the left wing at the moment? You've got Trippier on the left. Bellingham's gone to left back. Foden's now gone to 10. Southgate ain't never that guy. Like, that's really difficult to do that. And when do you do it? When do you know in what game to do it? Like, that's Pep. Like, there's not many managers that can say, right, Foden, you're going to go to 10. Bellingham, you're going to go left wing. Trippier, you're going to push on. It's just guesswork. Southgate can't coach a team to do that. And it's not sustainable. Like, so Bellingham's on the left wing at the moment. Park Gamer makes a great point. You have to remember we're missing Phillips. Look at Harry Kane again. Look how deep he is. Fucking rubbish. Rubbish! I tell you, it's shite, mate. The last time I saw this much shit on grass was when the cows were in. Getting on. Love from Vietnam, says Rick. Thank you very much. Stephen Rossi says, the frustrating thing is that England win, the media will applaud Southgate for his tactical brilliance. Now, Stephen, unless we go and win this game 4 or 5-0 in half an hour, no one's blind to this. And remember, Slovenia only need a point, so they're just going to keep dropping now. No, half-time change equals weak. Yes, half change. Jack says equals desperate. Yeah, well, he can't win. You make a great point, Jack. He can't win. His tactics have been so bad in the first 45 minutes. Whatever he does, he's screwed, isn't he? Because that's the sort of CV he's built. You know, he's right to make the change, but it's still not the right change for me. To me, it feels like he only wants to make one change. And that's the Trent position. Everything else, he won't change it, will he? He's not going to change Kane. He wants to keep Foden on the left. And everybody knows the balance of the team is off. I don't think a team with Kane... I like this comment from Pepe. He says, I don't think a team with Foden and Kane will ever work, especially if it's played with some kind of double pivot. I agree. Southgate better than Watergate, says Frag. Gareth is better than a posh foreign manager, despite his flaws. You got to back him. Brexit's about not outsourcing even for better products. Rule Britannia, says Ty. And is it just me, or has Foden been really greedy with silly shots that he never does with City? I think it's frustration, Minnie. I think you know what? I think you're right. I think Kane's done it. I think Foden's done it. And I think you're absolutely right with your observation. I think Bellingham would do it if he got enough of the bloody ball. He can't get the ball. I think players are being more selfish, trying to make things happen because they know they need a bloody goal. They're not comfortable. They're not relaxed. They're not confident. They don't trust each other. So they're trying to do things that they're trying to do that moment that they know they bloody need. Mainu has already been better than Trent and Gallagher, says Ethan. But I think he's the one he's most suitable for that role. But Slovenia's setup's been good. All I would say is if we can score one, Slovenia have to attack. But Slovenia's have been well organised. They've not done anything on the attack in this second half. Serbia had a goal disallowed. If you're watching, thanks for the follows on TikTok. Absolute legends. A lot of people saying get Palmer and Watkins on. We're only 50 subscribers away from 184,000, by the way. So please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, on the road to 1.2 million. Remember, no matter what happens, remember, England will qualify. Which is a nice thought. Because I tell you what, if I didn't know that before the game, I would be bricking it. But it's true, it's factual. If England have qualified, even if they lose 20-0, which won't happen. But we do qualify no matter what. Which we shouldn't be saying in this group after 3. Right, I need to get this stats carousel going around. England with the free kick. Oh, that's got to be a goal. Oh, good defending by Slovenia, but Saka keeps it on. Back post. Corner. Don't forget as well, we're sponsored by Manscaped. Trim the grass to make the yard look bigger. Code is footy. 20% off. Free worldwide shipping. The lawnmower. It's amazing. Free delivery anywhere in the world, plus 20% off with the code footy. Brilliant products by Manscaped. Check them all out in the link in the description or scan the QR code. Foden with the corner. Look, England have had a lot more of the ball in this first 10 minutes of the second half. You feel a goal could be coming. Oh, Guehi. And he's given a foul. I think Saka's gone for the overhead and has caught the player in the head. It was a high foot, but hopefully he's all right. Yeah, it's caught him right in the face. Moving Jude wide instead of just bringing on a natural winger is unbelievable. Foden in the centre, Jude beside Rice, Gordon wide. Stop over-complicating, says Brian. It's never been home and it never will, says Mars. Well, it did in 66. Pascal says, as a Greek guy, we played better in 2004 than England now. Jokes aside, it's disgraceful to play as bad with such an amazing squad. You've nailed it, Pascal. They may like Southgate, but they don't respect him. Foden would never try some of these shots under Pep, says Owen. Great point again. Where's Maguire? We have missed Maguire in games like this because some of the set pieces we've had, he would actually get his head on it. Do you think he could be changing the Trent and Gallagher to position to previous points about missing Phillips, says Blues Enthusiast? But you know the Calvin Phillips thing. I've not met anybody or listened to anybody who has made any sense of that at all. I've never heard anybody since he say it. Even Will, who loves Southgate, has said, look, I can't defend that. Because Calvin Phillips, you can't miss Calvin Phillips when he hasn't played well for 2 years and the World Cup was 18 months ago. Like, we didn't have him in the World Cup and we got to the quarterfinals, so it was just completely doesn't make sense. Calvin Phillips has been crap for 2 years. And the World Cup was 18 months ago, so we don't miss Calvin Phillips. He could have said we missed Jordan Henderson. England are going to score. We're going to score. We've had 15 minutes of the ball here. Slovenia, remember, a draw for them. We'll get them through. So I just think they might be sitting back a bit here now. Southgate needs Manscaped to trim his bushy eyebrows so he can see this crap football, says Brian. England players are great at their own clubs is because they've been better players around them, but when they play together, it's totally different, says Ian. Stones and Bellingham wouldn't do that at City. It's slow, sluggish, giving the ball away. I feel there's an England goal coming here. I'm rarely wrong. I said Austria would be dark horses of the tournament, and I just feel England have been so much better in the second half, and Slovenia just can't get the ball. Are England playing you serious because they know they're through, or you believe this is their playing style? Mamba, it's not about being through. We need to win the group. Mark Goldbridge says that Southgate would definitely buy an audiobook to read it. And Carl Walker's quick. And it's a goal kick. Southgate should try Manscaped. Make England bigger and better. Not hiding in the bushes, says Howder. Good. This England team reminds me of 2010 and 16. It lacks an identity, says Aaron. Any Premier League managers you wouldn't take over Southgate, says Dan. Wilder, but he's not a Premier League manager anymore. England top group, then if Croatia... Oh, here we go, HJ, this could be interesting. England top the group, then if Croatia qualify, England versus 3E. If Hungary, Slovenia qualify and Croatia out, England versus Netherlands. Both Croatia and Slovenia are out. England versus 3F. Both Hungary and Croatia out. Slovenia in England. Well, okay. I don't know. Hey, we've got to win. We've got to win to get top of the group anyway, haven't we? Is Wilder better than Southgate? Saka, Kane and Jude don't work. Use Palmer, Watkins and Gordon. Get Flash Gordon on now, says Nag. I just don't understand why Gordon hasn't been used yet. I really don't. That's how the group looks at the moment because Slovenia and Denmark are both drawing. Sorry, Denmark are drawing against Serbia. Not that, you know, we're used to watching every game, but I've got absolutely no interest in Denmark-Serbia at the moment because it's all about this game. But if I told you Denmark have had 61% possession, 7 shots to Serbia's 1, 2 shots on target to Serbia's 0, Serbia aren't doing anything. Wingers get the ball 40 metres from goal. Clearly, there's no instruction. Players just go by their guts. It's so clear to see, says Shahin. It's called vibe football, Shahin. That's what it's called. Hello, my friend from Arkansas, says Travis. Alan on TikTok says, we've not seen any overlap yet. Even Prattstein said the Calvin Phillips thing was stupid. When Andy Goldstein has a stronger football acumen than England manager, you know you're in trouble, says Marcus. Yeah. Slovenia started playing soccer yesterday and England can't score, says Mars. Manning, thanks for the follow on TikTok. We're only 10 subscribers away from 185,000 on YouTube. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Solar, thanks for the follow. Ethan, thanks for the follow. Sammy as well. Fantasy as well. Osman, you're legends. Thank you very much. I'll tell you who's not legends. This bloody England team so far. I mean, God, we're into game 3. We haven't had anything in 3 games to, you know, get excited about. It's unbelievable, really. I'm shocked. I genuinely have felt that this would be a, if anything, it would be an over the top. Let's start playing Badil and Skinner bullshit. Like, you know, as I said before the game, this group, you've not got Man City in the group. In footballing terms, the Man City of international football would be teams like France, you know, teams like Spain. Our group, in a Premier League sense, I'd say Denmark are probably Aston Villa on a good day. I'd say Serbia are probably Brentford, and Slovenia would be Sheffield United. And we're struggling. I don't know what that makes England, by the way. I mean, I think England should be like Liverpool, but definitely not. And that's the important thing to remember. We've been bloody awful in this tournament, and we're not playing good teams. What would have happened? What would have happened to England if we'd have been in Group D against France, Austria, and the Netherlands? Oh my God! This group was a good group, a very good group. It's my fault. Charlie says it's Mark's fault. Would you take Gary Neville as manager over Southgate? I mean, Brian, I would. Whether it'd be an improvement or not, I don't know. England to get torn apart by Germany. Says, well, that's the problem. We're creating nothing. And Slovenia are doing nothing. Slovenia. That's like Sylvanian families. We may as well be playing Sylvanian families. If you don't know what Sylvanian families are, they're little stupid little plastic animal things that don't move unless you move them. England wouldn't beat them. Slovenia or Slovenian families, it'd still be bloody 0-0. Because the problem we've got when we play somebody good is we don't create chances, and we're playing a team that doesn't create chances. Like Serbia didn't create anything. Slovenia have not created anything, but we can't fucking score. So when we play somebody that can actually create chances, we're going to be in trouble. You can't play like this. I mean, look, I still think we'll win the game. I still think we'll top the group. But you can't play like this, because when you come up against somebody good, you're just going to hope that we react. Their confidence is going to be on the floor tonight, even if they win. Southgate needs to go. Mexico, says L Dog. Qualified, chance for something new. We can't do it, says Addy. Emma says stop blaming the players. I don't blame the players. I think the players are playing within themselves, trying to do things that they don't really understand. He's got to be taking Kane off soon. He's got to be thinking about it. Would you take Roy Keane as manager? Oh, he's better than Southgate. I mean, I'm not saying Roy Keane's a good manager, but he's better than Southgate. I mean, Bellingham's basically left wing. Oh, shit. He's got... Well, he's going to get booked here, Guehi. It can't be a red because John Stones is next to him, but he's pulled him down. And you know what? I think Guehi's pulled off a very clever foul here. Because if he doesn't pull him off... No, I think Stones is tracking the run of Sesko, to be fair. Fun fact about Slovenia, since you love polar bears so much, Slovenia has one of the largest brown bear populations in Europe, says Howder. Does Southgate know you're allowed to make subs, says Zach. Mark, your best signing has been Will. He literally compliments you very well on the podcast. He fits like a glove on the podcast. Top lad. Lovely that. Mitesh. But Mitesh, I know you will in the pub with a fake name, but thanks anyway. Southgate uses Slovenian family figures in his tactical planning in the dressing room, says Brian. Right, surely he's got to be making a sub here. Jimmy says, I'm Irish and I expected a lot better. Do you think USA could win the Copa America? Says Dan. I don't know, Dan. You tell me. It's the pink boots, Mark, says Corey. Well, Slovenia, I think this is their first attack in 25 minutes. Who do you think wins in a fight, a lion or a bear, says Aurora? Oh, we don't need to do any of that, mate. I'm not that bored. Right, Slovenia's free kick. They'll whip across in here, but they haven't got anybody who can get on the end of it. So it goes out for a goal kick. You can play like this if you qualify. Southgate, says Kenneth. Palmer's coming on for Saka. Again. It's imbalanced, though. It's completely imbalanced. So Saka is the only right winger we've got. We put Palmer on the right wing. Chelsea fans, how often do you get Cole Palmer playing on the right wing? Hugging the touchline. It's just throw people on, isn't it? Throw people on and hope it works. He's basically throwing mud at the wall and hoping it sticks. Every time I've seen Cole Palmer, he's got to be tucking inside. So you've now got Foden, Palmer, Kane, Bellingham, all who want to play central. And one natural right back. And one natural full back in Kyle Walker. Needs to get Watkins on and stretch it. Donny says, Mark, you're like a petulant child throwing your toys out the... I know, I'm very spoilt. It's been... I don't know what I'm moaning about. Solihull Moors would do a better job than this squad, says Parrott. Solihull Moors' manager would do better than Southgate. He actually tries to play football. Trippier is playing left back, but we have two of the best overlapping fullbacks in the Premier League, and Southgate has probably told them not to do any overlapping. It's madness, says Minnie. "20 minutes to go. We need a goal. We need a goal. I don't feel like we've got Mainu on the ball enough either. Oh, Kane's in. Bit of luck. Oh, it's a foul. He'll get booked for that. It's a bit like the Guehi one, actually. It's very like the Guehi one. He's got in behind Kane, and to be fair, I think the defender's done what Guehi did there. He's clever. Take the yellow card. Take one for the team. It's frustrating, but we've just done it at the other end. Right, we've got to get this cross in. Don't shoot on this one. Whatever you do, do not shoot. You got to hold and give and do it at the right time. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, if you're on YouTube. Thanks for all the follows on TikTok. England are about to score and win this game 1-0. And all you haters saying that Southgate's crap, we'll be top of the group heading into the knockouts. And that's what it's all about. Yeah, hold that, you haters. We'll be top of our group, heading into the knockouts. And where will Scotland be? And where will Poland be? Nowhere. Mykonos on holiday, and we'll be heading into the knockouts and it's coming home. It's coming home. Here comes the cross. It's going to be a goal. It's not going to be a goal. They've cleared it, but it's just a stay of execution. This goal's coming for England. I can feel it in my bones, my British lion-loving bones. Come on, England, for glory and hope. And every other modern female name. Love it. We love it. Eye of the tiger and the lion. Rrr. Come on, England. Southgate kissed the turd and he liked it. Now he plays football just like it, says Greens. Super team, Ranyik says Mitish. England and Brazil, great players, no chemistry, says Jay. I'm trying to get us going here. Problem is, 75 minutes, even if we score, this is shit. You know, it's going to be a moany match reaction. Nothing can save that now. It's like Vader when Luke says, if I take off your mask, you're gonna die. Nothing can change that now. Nothing can change me doing a shit match reaction now. I just need the title. Give me a title. Here we go. Foden, Rice, wide. How close was it? I feel for England fans, says Bogroll. I'm Irish. Bart says the three things in life are certain: death, tactics, and Southgate having worse tactics than Tony Pulis. Best one I ever heard, and I can say it because it's after 9 o'clock. Most people go on YouPorn or Pornhub or stuff like that if they want to get excited. Gareth Southgate does photoshops of Tony Pulis on bikini models. Tony, you look great. Tell me about your long ball and your long throw-ins. Ooh. Mainu's been better than Trent as an 8, says James. In another timeline, Southgate gets hired as United coach, says 58 go. Oh, God. Don't do it. Stop talking about stuff like that. You know what? I'm even fed up of having to react badly to England. All I wanted tonight was a night off. Imagine... You know what? Can we just shed a tear for all the people who are... All the people! So many people in the pubs tonight I used to be those people. You know, before I used to do YouTube and stuff, every tournament I would be in the pubs. Broad Street in Birmingham, Nottingham, Market Square, Dublin. I would be in those pubs drinking. How shit have they had it so far? At least score a goal for those people. All the people. Here we go, Mainu. That's a lovely cutback. Why is nobody intelligent enough to get on the end of it? You know what I need? I need my magic hat. If he's not going to take Kane off, if he's not taking Kane off, it's time for Goldbridge to make a sub. Here we go. It's coming home. Look like a nonce. Bloody hell. You'd check that hard drive, wouldn't you? Bloody hell. I've got to take that off. I can't do that. That's terrible. Well, fuck it. It's not worth it. Southgate reads the Argos catalogue from the beginning, says Dance. How the hell has he not brought Watkins on? It's unbelievable. I mean, Harry Kane Cole Palmer, come on. Here's Kane on the right-hand side. It's an interesting cross. It's good defending by Slovenia. Imagine paying tons of your money for this garbage, says Tom. England's like a Ferrari, but your nan's driving it, says Josh. How do you think Southgate as Man United manager would have coped? Mate, Ineos, Dan Ashworth, like Gareth Southgate, I just pray to God they never considered it, because that would have been an absolute disaster. England with a corner. Come on, England. Here we go. It's up in the air. Oh, Foden. No. Can I just rechristen Group C as Group Absolute Shite? It's 0-0 Denmark, Serbia. It's 0-0 England. Let me just read you through Group C. Right? Slovenia 1, Denmark 1. Denmark, Listen to this. Slovenia 1, Denmark 1. Serbia 0, England 1. Slovenia 1, Serbia 1. Denmark 1, England 1. England 0, Slovenia 0. Denmark 0, Serbia 0. Absolute crap, this group. Wake me up when this shit will end. Didn't Green Day sing that? Wake me up when September ends. Wake me up when England get knocked out. Fucking hell. Boring. He's a tractor. If you listen to the podcast, Southgate's a tractor. If you know, you know. He's a tractor. And if you don't know what a tractor is, full of noise, slow, bad for the environment, and farmers use them. Lovely play by Palmer. See what he wants it. Palmer wants to do something. Into Mainu. This is good. Bellingham's going to lose that. Oh, he's done well. Come on. One moment. We've got to get a moment. We've got to get a moment. There's surely going to be a moment here. Same old story for the reaction video, says Per. No, you've got to get the word England in it. And Southgate. So I would say Southgate shits all over England. Southgate pulls his pants down and shits all over England again. That's a good title. That's trending #1 on YouTube. If it hasn't, they don't like swearing in it. If Southgate swapped jobs, neither team would change, says Nats. Group final results in binary code, says Mr. Dark. Do you agree Mitchell and Ranić are better than Ashworth, says Mitesh. Southgate is so safe he doubles up on condoms, says Jaden. Group of death by boredom, says Rob. Lovely play by Palmer. I've got to say, Palmer in the last 5 minutes is looks so good. Slovenia have a bit of a break here, but I don't think he's going to keep that in. Trent's coming on now. How is he not took Kane off, by the way? Who's running this team? If you had to... I'm not reading that, Hewitt. If South Shitgate was an ice cream flavour, it'd be Ovaltine. Hey, I'd quite like that, Alec. I like Ovaltine. What if England go one behind, says T? We still qualify. We need to be careful, though, because if Denmark score, they'd go above us. Get Watkins. I can't believe he's kept Kane on. He ain't fit. He's not played well. I would give Harry Kane a 5 out of 10. 6 being average, I'd give him a 5. And yet he's still on the pitch in the 82nd minute. Why is Ivan Toney there as well? What is he doing there? Like, why is he there? What's the point? I'm glad Ineos get to see the state of Southgate, says SK. I think this year would have been sectioned if we'd gone for him. Messiah says, how much did Southgate get paid from Slovenia? And Minnie says, I genuinely think Gerald from Clarkson's Farm would be better than Southgate. Oh, hold on a minute. Kane. Come on. That's a good ball. Foden. Good block. Come on, England. Here we go. Here we go. Foden. Get it to Palmer. Get it to Palmer. Here we go. He's played well. He's going to take him on. Puts a cross in. Not good enough, but he'll win that header. No, he won't. Slovenia get rid of it. Guehi does well. Free kick. Why are the players not stepping up? Says T-Rex. He's took off. He's took off Trippier for Trent. Why is he taking Gordon as well? Another one. I don't get what's Anthony Gordon done? Does he not follow Southgate's son on Instagram or something? Wouldn't he give him a game of FIFA? Dad, he don't follow me on Instagram. Right, I'll sort him out. I'm the guy. I'm the boss. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why is he taking Gordon? What was the point? Says off the post. Southgate couldn't be more tactically stupid to sleep. I think the biggest disgrace here is that he's not took Kane off. Now, Kane might score, and then it's, oh, wow, what a great bit of tactics. But, like, that's not going to work all the time. Like, Slovenia making a couple of subs here, but keeping Kane on this long is a joke. T-Rex says, why aren't the players stepping up? Thanks for all the super chats tonight, by the way, and everyone who's given us a follow on TikTok and everyone who's subscribed on YouTube. We're closing in on 186,000. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Remember, doing every game as a watch-along on That's Football. England will still be in this tournament. You know, that might be a torment to some. It's a blessing to me and everybody else is English. We don't want to go home, but it's shit. It's really shit. I predict in Southgate's match reaction, he's going to say that we miss Bobby Charlton. Sir Bobby. We miss Sir Bobby. We've never replaced Sir Bobby. Which we haven't, but he played in the 60s, mate. I mean, Slovenia haven't... The scary thing is, Slovenia haven't even tried to attack in the second half. They've literally parked the bus. So it's defence against attack. I mean, he's got Kyle Walker at left back now. I think England will score a late goal. Kane late goal. Who's with me? Who's with me? Who's with me then? Come on, the England. I'll fucking take you all on, Harold. Ooh. Come on. We're having it. We're going to score. I don't know where Mainu is at the moment. Right back? Why is Mainu right back? Okay. I mean, Bellingham's left wing. He's given the free kick. We can whip a cross in. Bellingham's left wing now. Madness. Right, this could be it. Cross comes in. Kane gets his head on it. Or an OG. OG has been the... oh, it's a good cross. Oh, you know what? Just a deflection there would have been lovely. Given the foul. Given a foul. Given a foul. Oh, he's coming on. Anthony Gordon's coming on. He's alive. Gordon's alive. For Foden. So we're putting Bellingham back at 10 now. Again, Foden's just another absolute fall guy, isn't he? I feel bad for Phil Foden, and he's a Man City player. I don't normally feel bad for them. Absolute shite. Absolute shite. I'll tell you what, you know, they give out them bravery awards. We should be bloody getting one for watching this shit. I mean, if you... Look, Germany, the tournament's great. Speaking to Ben Foster about this the other day. The atmosphere, the weather, the stadia, it's amazing. But if you're an England fan out there, what have you got out of 2 weeks? You've probably spent the best part of 10 grand. You've lost half your annual leave. For what? People don't understand how much this costs for people to go out there. And you would have seen more entertainment from roadkill. It's embarrassing. No one ever thinks about that, do they? You know, Harry Kane's there on fucking £1 million a week or whatever he gets, talking about, oh, Gary, don't say that about us. What about all these England fans who have travelled there from all over the world to watch that shit for 2 weeks? No one ever talks about that, do they? Relax. Kane does it in the 93rd minute, says T-Rex. Mate, I think you might be right. Thanks for the follow, Mason. TikTok legends. 40,000 watching on YouTube. This is the Ultras. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We had a better game between Austria and the Netherlands, to be fair. 4 minutes added on. I reckon the ref will end this after 2. The ref's asking for the white towel. Let's just throw it in and call it a draw. 0-0 between Denmark and Serbia. We've shat out the worst group in the tournament, haven't we? Southgate's so clueless he'd sell his car for gas money, says Alec. We've created... I mean, look. We've had 3 shots on target, right? Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Cole Palmer, straight at the keeper. 4 shots. West side. West side. We've had 4 shots. You can't even get pissed on 4 shots. That's how bad England have been. If you were playing a drinking game with England on shots, you'd be sober. Southgate is slower than a sloth's fart, says Marco. Living in Japan and waking up at 4 AM for most England games. Haven't stayed awake for a whole game. Just napped for the last 15 minutes. Boring, says Smithy. Southgate answers knock-knock jokes with come in, says JJ. Well, you know, for me, the cold turkey continues. I still haven't listened to Three Lions or World in Motion or Vindaloo or any of the classic England songs. I haven't listened to one, and I fucking won't until I get a hint that we might do something entertaining. I never thought this was going to happen tonight. Come on, Cole. Slovenia on the attack. Carl Walker gets tackled by Guehi. We've got 50 seconds here to win it. Gordon, come on, mate. Do something. We need you in the bloody team. Have a shot. Have a shot. Over the bar from Trent. There's just nothing there, is there? There's nothing there. It really is shit. There's just there's no pattern to play at all. It's like getting the world's best artists in a room, giving them a blank canvas and saying, I want you to paint this vase, right? And they all start doing it in their own way because they've all got their own vision. And Gareth Southgate pulls his pants down and just shits on the canvas. It's absolute rubbish. Boo! You bloody boring prat. Absolute shit. Absolute shit. I'm sorry. I just didn't even expect that myself tonight. Absolute crap. Rubbish. And do we top the group? Do we top the group? Denmark 0-0. I think we do top the group still. Yeah, we're still top of the group at the moment unless there's a late goal for Denmark. That's absolute shit. It's absolute shit. I can't wait to do my match reaction. I'm just gonna end this stream in a minute. I'm gonna straight into it and I'm gonna unload. I just don't know what to do with the title. You know, he should be sacked for that shit. Absolute crap. 3 games in the Euros and we've been crap. I think this is the worst tournament I've ever watched England play. For the players that we've got to be shitting out that, it's rubbish. Absolute shit. I mean, I thought we'd beat the Netherlands if we play them. They'll beat us. They've actually got people who can score goals. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm going to do the match reaction. It'll be up in about 10 minutes. You've been legends tonight. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe. I'll speak to you all later. Take care. Remember, we've got 2 more watch-alongs tomorrow. Who knows who England get? I don't know who we're going to get. I really don't know how that's going to work. But appreciate everyone for tuning in. Thanks for all the follows on TikTok. You're a legend. Don't forget to check out Manscaped. 20% off, free worldwide shipping with the code footy. I'll get my match reaction up in the next 10 minutes. Speak to you in a bit. Take care. Thanks for watching.